You know, some of my friends, well, I think all my friends should start knowing by now that the guys on the screen, except for me in the middle, are my official best friends. You know, no disrespect to guys like Russ and Cecilia. You know, Cecilia is always like for whatever reason on some of the Facebook comments like that she's made to some of my posts, whether good or bad, she keeps saying, you know, at the end of every one of her comments, your since what was it? Sincerely, your best friend Cecilia Torres. I mean, she is not my best friend, and no disrespect to Cecilia, she's a very very nice friend I've ever met. Very nice lady, you know, and she's got a life of her own. You know, happy for her. I have not seen her in years, but nah, she's not my best friend. Russ at times has said, you know, hey man, you know, your best friend right here. Nah, he's not my best friend either. And he's a close brother. Don't get me wrong, but not a best friend. Um, I only have four. I used to have five. Well, part of Jory apparently just wanted to part ways, you know, and I don't know. She wants to deal with me at this point anymore. I mean, we're kind of okay, and then when not, it's just like I'm just gonna let her be at this point. So as you can see on the screen, these are my four official best friends. Yes, our boss has been my best friend. I've known him since what, junior high. I mean, it's not so much of the quantity. Yes, I've known a boss for like 26 years now, I think. Yeah, I've known him going all the way back to junior high, and this was in the 7th grade. I met him in science class, and you know, and Neil was what since 2012, but did not become an official netballer until 2015. And you know, it's not always about the quantity, and as far as like how long I've known these guys, like how many years I've known them. Hell, I've known Mark for 9 years, and Sam 10 years, and they're my best friends. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I've known guys like Robbie since what, 2000, so that's like 26 years as well, right? And Julio since elementary, and Ray since what? Since Cal State Fullerton days when I was you know, when I was in my first year, we had that drawing painting class together. Who else? Chris. I've known Chris since what? Since junior high, in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? The same time at the same time that I've known Robbie. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about quantity. You know, it's the quality and how I click. The click is always the important factor when it comes to determining who your best friend is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I picked these four, because there always has to be a special bond, you know, with guys like these that makes me feel like they are rightfully so deserving to be best friends. And no disrespect to the other guys, you know. I know they're all my brothers, like Dewey and Russ, Carlos, you know, the guys like them. But you know, at the end of the day, these guys are my best friends. You know, it's just that. I know Russ said it last night. You know, hey man, because you know, just he thought like some of the guys like like himself and Julio are my best friends, and nah, they're my brothers. Don't get me wrong, but they're not my best friends like that, you know. So these are my official best friends for life, and you know, I'm not gonna change that. I know Mari and I still haven't talked, but for the most part, you know, I'm hoping that we can make up. I know it's gonna be almost a month, and believe it or not, the September is going by pretty fast, but for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? I know I had a difficult weekend, but for the most part, I just want to address this for the sake of, you know, all the friends that are just listening to this video. You know, I have my close friends. I got my acquaintances. I got my, you know, my work friends. You know, Paula and I have a pretty good work relationship as far as friendship is concerned, but she's not my best friend, you know. But even after she left, we had these really deep conversations about how this dump is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's not my best friend. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, I mean these are all the guys that have been my best friends for quite a long time already. You know, started with the boss, and then it's Eugene, and these other girls, these two girls, and that's that. It used to be Part Joy, but I don't even know if Part Joy's gonna see this video, but I mean, she, as much as I wanted to deem her best friend, yes, we've talked before via video chats, just like with these other girls, but I just think that I have an even bigger click with Sam and Mari as far as like, you know, the chemistry, and you know, because I've talked with most of these guys like every single day, or you know, hang out, there just has to be a certain feel that's deep, you know. So that's how I know that these guys are, you know, are my best friends. These other guys, like, no disrespect, they're my true friends, they're my real friends, and you know, nothing to take away from them. But at the end of the day, these guys are my best friends no matter what. So some people can feel what they feel. You know, Russ has been my longtime brother. I mean, him and I have so much in common as far as like with you know, with sports and all, mainly sports. And Dewey's a nice brother. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely one who loves engaging in friendships, just like Russ. I mean, friendship activities, just like Russ, right? And guys like Ray and you know, and Carlos. And Carlos has been, and you know, great helper and helped me find the jobs, and always been on my side every time things go wrong in my dump. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, these guys are my best friends, and I just thought I'd get this out there. So I'm not making this video to make all my other friends feel less. No, I just want them to know that these are my best friends for life. Point blank, period. In the words of Ticket TV. Peace.